There exists a state of consciousness so powerful, so perfectly calibrated to the fundamental frequency of creation itself, that entering it automatically synchronizes your entire being with the infinite intelligence of the quantum field. This state is not mysterious or distant. It is not reserved for monks in mountain caves or mystics who have renounced the world. This state is your birthright, accessible in any moment, waiting patiently for you to remember how to enter it. We call this state calm alertness, and it is the master key that unlocks every door between intention and manifestation. Calm alertness is the perfect balance point. Swing between unconsciously. On one side lives tension, effort, the grinding push of trying to force outcomes through sheer willpower. On the other side lies passivity, dreaminess, the foggy state of wishful thinking disconnected from present moment awareness. Neither extreme connects you to the quantum field. Tension creates interference patterns that scramble your signal. Passivity generates no signal at all. But right in the center, in that exquisite balance point where you are simultaneously relaxed and focused, at ease and attentive, receptive and intentional. There you find the frequency that the quantum field recognizes as coherence. The quantum field is not chaos. It is organized intelligence, operating at velocities and dimensions beyond ordinary perception. It responds to order, to coherence, to the clear, unwavering signal of consciousness that knows what it wants and rests in the certainty of receiving it. When you enter calm alertness, you become that signal. Your nervous system quiets. Your brainwaves synchronize into patterns of coherence. Your heart rhythm becomes regular and harmonious. In this state, you are no longer broadcasting the static of anxiety, doubt, or scattered attention. You become a tuning fork, vibrating at the precise frequency that allows the quantum field to deliver matching circumstances directly into your experience. This is the secret that masters across every tradition have understood. Whether they called it meditation, contemplation, prayer, or presence, they all arrived at the same state. The Zen masters sitting in perfect stillness while maintaining razor-sharp awareness. The yogi holding the breath at the apex between inhale and exhale, where time seems to pause. The mystic resting in the gap between thoughts, where infinite potential reveals itself. Different paths, identical destination. Calm alertness is the eye of the hurricane, the center point where all creative power concentrates before it manifests into form. Learning to enter this state at will transforms you from someone who hopes for manifestation into someone who commands it, not through force or demand, but through alignment. When you align with the quantum field, you stop pushing against reality and start flowing with the creative current that births galaxies and orchestrates the dance of subatomic particles. This current knows how to deliver what you desire far better than your strategic planning mind ever could. Your task is not to figure out how. Your task is to achieve the alignment that allows the how to reveal itself naturally, effortlessly, perfectly. The first practice of calm alertness begins with the breath, the bridge between conscious control and automatic function, between mind and body, between your individual awareness and the universal field that sustains all life. Your breath right now is shallow, trapped in the upper chest, driven by the low-grade anxiety that modern life conditions into your nervous system. This breathing pattern signals danger to your body. It activates survival mechanisms. It shuts down access to higher brain functions and keeps you locked in, reactive rather than creative consciousness. Shift your breath, and you shift everything. Draw air deep into your belly, allowing your diaphragm to descend fully, creating space for your lungs to fill from bottom to top. This signals safety to your nervous system. This communicates to every cell that there is no emergency, no threat, no need to remain in defensive mode. As you exhale, release completely, allowing the breath to empty naturally, without force. Establish a rhythm. 6 seconds in, 6 seconds. Within 3 minutes of this breathing pattern, your heart rate variability increases, your cortisol levels drop, and your brain waves begin shifting from beta, the frequency of active thinking, into alpha, the gateway to deeper states. As your breathing establishes its rhythm, you bring your attention to the space between thoughts. Thoughts will continue to arise. This is natural, unexpected. You are not trying to stop thoughts. You are learning to rest your awareness in the gaps between them. Each gap is a window into the quantum field itself, a moment of pure potential before the next thought crystallizes into mental form. Rest there, even for a second. That second is enough to reset your entire vibrational signature. The practice deepens as you learn to maintain this inner stillness while remaining fully present to your surroundings. This is where calm meets alertness. You are not escaping into inner retreat. You are bringing the depth of that inner peace into full engagement with the present moment. Your eyes remain soft but seeing. Your body remains relaxed but responsive. Your mind remains quiet but sharp. This is the state where athletes call it the zone, where artists call it flow, where mystics call it presence. It is the same state, accessed through the same mechanism, producing the same result. Your consciousness synchronizes with the creative intelligence that orchestrates reality. In this state of calm alertness, your intentions gain extraordinary power. When you set an intention from the fractured, anxious, effortful state most people inhabit, that intention carries the frequency of struggle. The quantum field receives the request, wrapped in the vibration of doubt, fear, and separation. But when you set an intention from calm alertness, the intention emerges clean, clear, powerful. It carries the frequency of certainty. The field recognizes this frequency. This is the frequency of creation itself. This is how new realities come into being, not through struggle, but through alignment with the creative principle that underlies all manifestation. You can practice this anywhere, anytime. Sitting in traffic, you breathe deeply and find the calm alertness beneath the surface irritation. Waiting in line, you drop into the gap between thoughts and rest in pure presence. Before an important conversation, you spend 60 seconds establishing coherent breath and centered awareness. Each practice reinforces the neural pathways that make this state easier to access. What begins as deliberate practice becomes your default setting. You start living from calm alertness rather than visiting it occasionally. The transformation this creates in your manifesting capacity cannot be overstated. Opportunities that were invisible from the contracted, anxious state become obvious from calm alertness. Synchronicities multiply because you are finally tuned to the frequency where they occur. People respond to you differently because the coherent electromagnetic field you generate influences everyone in your proximity. Decisions become clear because you are accessing intelligence beyond the limitations of the overthinking mind. Action becomes effortless because you are moving with the current rather than against it. This is not passive waiting. This is active alignment. You are consciously choosing to operate from the frequency where manifestation occurs naturally. Every master who has accomplished extraordinary things understood this principle, whether they articulated it in these terms or not. They learned to enter the state where personal will and universal will merge into unified action. They stopped resisting, stopped forcing, stopped exhausting themselves in effort, and they started flowing with the intelligence that knows exactly how to transform potential into actuality. Your practice is simple, but profound. Several times each day, you pause, you breathe deeply, you soften your body, you quiet your mind, you rest in the gap between thoughts, you maintain gentle awareness of your surroundings while dwelling in inner stillness. You hold this state for as long as feels natural, whether 30 seconds or 30 minutes. From this state, you set your intentions not as desperate requests, but as calm declarations of what is already true in the quantum field, and now ready to manifest in your physical experience. The quantum field does not require your stress. It does not demand your anxiety. It does not need you to figure everything out. It requires only your alignment, your coherence, your willingness to match the frequency at which creation occurs. Calm, alertness is that frequency. Practice it daily and watch what unfolds. Watch how obstacles dissolve. Watch how paths open. Watch how the right people appear exactly when needed. Watch how your desires manifest with a grace and timing that your planning mind could never orchestrate. This is your natural state. You have simply forgotten how to access it because you were taught to value tension over ease, struggle over flow, forcing over allowing. But the field remembers. Your body remembers. Your consciousness remembers. Each time you practice calm alertness, You strengthen the memory until it becomes your lived reality. Not just a temporary state you visit, but the foundation from which you create your entire life. The mastery of this state follows a clear progression that anyone can implement immediately. You begin by establishing the foundation of coherent breathing, drawing air deep into your belly for 6 seconds, releasing for 6 seconds, maintaining this rhythm until your nervous system receives the unmistakable signal of safety and your brain waves naturally descend from the agitation of beta into the receptivity of alpha. 3 minutes of conscious breathing accomplishes what hours of mental effort cannot. It shifts your entire physiological state into one that the quantum field recognizes as ready to receive. From this foundation, you learn to find and rest in the gap between thoughts. You do not fight your thoughts or attempt to silence your mind through force. You simply notice the brief pause that exists between one thought and the next, that microsecond of pure awareness before the next mental formation arises. Rest there. Even 1 second in that gap resets your vibrational signature completely. That gap is not empty. It is full of infinite potential, the same quantum foam from which all creation emerges. The more time you spend resting in these gaps, the more you attune yourself to the creative frequency itself. As you breathe and rest in the gaps, you consciously soften your body while maintaining alert presence. Release the tension in your shoulders, your jaw, your forehead. Let your eyes remain soft but seeing, your posture relaxed but upright, your awareness gentle but sharp. This is the critical balance point. Too much relaxation and you drift into dreaminess that has no creative power. Too much tension and you create interference patterns that scramble your signal to the field. Right in the center, where calm and alertness merge into a single unified state. There you access maximum manifesting capacity. This practice must become a rhythm woven throughout your day, not something you do once and forget. Pause multiple times daily. 30 seconds while waiting for your coffee. 2 minutes before an important meeting. 5 minutes upon waking and before sleep. Each pause reinforces the neural pathways that make calm alertness easier to access, until it becomes your default operating system rather than a special state you visit occasionally. Repetition transforms practice into identity, and identity is what the quantum field reads and reflects. Once you have established yourself in calm alertness, only then do you set your intentions. Never declare what you desire from a state of anxiety, lack, or desperation. Wait until you've achieved coherence. Then, from that calm, centered place, speak your intention as a simple declaration of what is already true in the quantum field and ready to manifest in physical form. The words matter less than the frequency from which they emerge. An intention set from calm alertness carries the signature of certainty. The field recognizes this signature and responds accordingly. Throughout this practice, you maintain present moment awareness rather than escaping into inner retreat. Your eyes stay open. You remain engaged with your environment. You bring the depth of your inner stillness into full contact with external reality. This is essential because manifestation occurs at the intersection of inner state and outer world. When you withdraw completely inward, you lose the connection point where quantum potential collapses into physical form. Stay present, stay alert, stay anchored in the here and now, while simultaneously resting in the infinite field of possibility. Monitor your nervous system state with gentle awareness. Notice when you slip into tension and effort, trying to force outcomes through mental strain. Notice when you drift into passivity and dreaminess, hoping for change without engaged presence. Neither extreme serves manifestation. The moment you catch yourself in either pattern, return to the center point. Return to coherent breathing. Return to the gap between thoughts. Return to calm alertness. Your power lives only in this balanced state. Release completely the need to figure out how your desires will manifest. Your strategic planning mind cannot orchestrate the infinite complexity of quantum field dynamics. It cannot arrange all the particles, synchronize all the timing, align all the people and circumstances required to deliver your manifestation. The field's intelligence far surpasses anything your individual consciousness can comprehend. Your task is alignment, not orchestration. Get yourself into coherent frequency and trust the field to handle everything downstream from that frequency. Flow with the creative current rather than exhausting yourself trying to swim against it. Learn to recognize the distinct feeling when coherence occurs in your system. Within 3 to 5 minutes of proper practice, you will feel a shift. Your heart rhythm becomes more regular and harmonious. A subtle warmth may spread through your chest. Your breathing deepens naturally, without effort. Mental chatter quiets without force. This feeling confirms that you are broadcasting a coherent electromagnetic signal. This is the frequency the quantum field reads. This is the state from which manifestation becomes inevitable rather than hopeful. Finally, you combine this state of calm alertness with the emotional frequency of already having what you desire. You do not generate the feeling of wanting or needing. You generate the feeling of fulfillment, of gratitude, of the relief and joy that comes when the desire has already materialized. Hold this feeling while maintaining calm alertness. This combination is the exact formula for quantum collapse. Clear coherent state plus emotional signature fulfillment equals a signal so powerful and unambiguous that the field must reflect it back to you as matching physical circumstances. This is not theory. This is the precise mechanism through which consciousness shapes reality. The invitation is to begin now. Stop reading and breathe. 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Soften your shoulders. Quiet your thoughts. Rest in the gap. Feel the shift. This is alignment. This is the state where you and the quantum field communicate perfectly. This is where your manifestations are already forming, waiting only for you to maintain the frequency that allows them to materialize. Stay here. Create from here. Live from Ara. Everything you desire is on the other side of this alignment, and the alignment is always only one conscious breath away.